What's going on, guys? It's everybody's favorite iRacer, Sleepy here. Gonna do another Sleepy replay reviews. This race is from Williams Grove earlier in the season with NARC All-Star 360s. Um, don't really remember too much about this race. Um, I did glance over it real quick to see whether I had to run the B or not. So it will just be the heat race and the feature. We'll go ahead and get into it here. All right, so that heat race ended up working out. Anytime the Grove's going to give you something, I'm happy to take it. I'm not too good here. Difficult track doesn't really suit my style, so it's always a struggle at the Grove. So to end up picking up a heat win just because some guys got together and everything, I'll take it. Um, Looked like Joe just tried to put the slider on Justin and he gained on Glenn super quick and they just made contact. And then going into one, I don't think Justin knew his car was broke. Um, so when he went in on the bottom trying to see if the car was broke, he literally had no steering. I was just lucky enough to be in the spot that I was in, that I made it through. Sucks that Kurt didn't. Um, but yeah, anytime I can get a freebie from the Grove, I'm definitely gonna take it. That's for sure. So that ends up putting me starting on the outside the front row of the feature, which I clearly did not deserve to be starting. Um, so we'll just see how the race turns out. Alright, so on that one, that was a pretty quick start, pretty easy to see what happened. Just early race. Everybody trying to go into one and get that advantage. So it's going to be a complete restart, single file. It's probably better off anyway here at the Grove. We'll get back rolling here. so that was a pretty long green flag run that we had there. You could tell early I was not comfortable anywhere in the car. Um, Still don't look like I've felt the greatest in it. Didn't really look like I was trying to go to the top early in the race. Confidence probably wasn't there. I started creeping up to the top in 3 and 4 a little bit more, noticing I could get that run. Um, and then there a few laps in, I was had a really good run off of the bottom in 1 and 2, and I don't really know why I didn't go back there after it. I started running that little slider to hit that little strip attack there on the exit of 2 instead of staying to the bottom. So I don't know really why I did that. Um, Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Um, but we'll get back into it here. Get going with the rest of the feature. Like I said, that was a big long flag run, so everybody got pretty spaced out. And I think what brought out the caution was the lap car was just trying to pull it into the pits, and he ended up catching the tire. So all right, well, with that there, that was a little bit of an exciting green flag run. I got into the back of Daniel Becker, um, got over his right rear tire. I didn't think I was going to have that much momentum to get to him. I thought he had me cleared on that baby slider he threw on me. And I was trying to stay as close as I could and just ended up driving over his right rear tire. So I no skied my car. Luckily, I was able to save it and not take anybody out. Going into one there, I felt bad, especially rewatching it. I think it was net code, but still, with me getting into the back of or the side of Ted, whether it was neck code or whether I fed him the right rear. I probably should have lifted a lot harder there just to let him and Bruce get by me. I've been on the receiving end of that before, although I showed a little more respect than got to Ted than that got shown to me when in that instance. So I do feel bad about forcing that in there on Ted like that. Luckily, Ted's good enough driver; he was able to correct it, and I didn't go in there, all balls to the wall, and I at least had a little bit of courtesy as far as not wanting to run anybody else's race. But still, it is what it is. Whether it was netcode or whether I did get into the right or give him a bit of a right rear, I'm glad it worked out the way it did. Um, he was able to gather it up, and that could have been a whole lot worse. So um, we'll get going again here with. I'm thinking it is the finish of the feature. Yeah, I believe this is it. We ended up having to go 34 laps because of where that last yellow fell, pushed us to a green, white checkered. So this is going to be the last start no matter what. So here we go, guys. And that's going to do it. I ended up getting to the inside of Bruce and Ernie there. The drag race to the line. I was in the tack and Bruce was in the slick, so I ended up winning that battle there. So it ended up being an all right race. Uh, I knew I was going to fall back. I knew I wasn't going to be a front runner in this one. But to end up with the top five, man, pretty satisfied with that. Um, it's always fun battling with teammates and stuff. Glad to see that Jeremy ended up getting a podium in that race. He's our local PA posse guy, or resident PA posse guy, I should say. He's always good at Port and the Grove and Lincoln. So it was good to see him get a podium for that one. And then drag racing, Bruce there for the top five. A lot of good racing with everybody. Had a good battle with Daniel Becker earlier in the race during that long green flag run. Bruce was mixing it up in there. Christian was right there as well. Ted's started getting into the battle as well. So it's good to see a lot of the teammate guys running in that top 10. Uh, for me, on a pretty difficult track. Um, a lot of mistakes I made throughout the night. Not trusting myself running the top. Um, got to put the car where it needs to be to win. Somebody, somebody told me that one time, so I obviously wasn't putting the car where it needed to be fast and to be able to hang with them guys that ran up front the whole night. So, but no, that's gonna do it for this episode of Sleepy's Replay Review. Again, guys, love all the responses to it. Um, I think I'm probably gonna keep leaning doing the replay reviews instead of the live live stream race. I've gotten so much feedback when it comes to the replay reviews and everything. And it's all been great. And seriously, if there's something you guys want to see, I know a lot of the guys that are watching my channel are guys I race with or whatever. So if there's something you guys want me to add to it or whatever, man, just put it down in the comments. Let me know. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here for today, guys. Um, like, share, and subscribe, man. Again, I appreciate the support. See you next time.